All right, all right. All right, all right. LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Hey, folks, it is what it is, man. Hey, we going in and we're going to talk today, guys. We're definitely going to talk. We're going to talk about what we need to talk about today. Okay? Um, yeah, man, I really don't know where to start with this live stream. I really don't know where to start. Um, I guess the amount of things, man, it's just, it's kind of disgusting, man. It's kind of disgusting, what's going on because we are, definitely supporting Wilder Fury. You know, it really is disgusting what's going on. And, guys, I've been making YouTube videos now probably for about 5 years, maybe 4.5. And really at first I wasn't even that serious, but I'm gonna tell y'all guys, I've never seen a culture of just fight fans that they don't want to see any fighter, that they just don't want to see the fighter do well. And we're talking about certain fighters, guys. We're talking about the black fighter, man. And we're talking about Deontay Wilder. And I don't get it, man. Like, so many people, it's like Wilder is like some kind of, Deontay Wilder is like some kind of demon, man. Like, seriously. But it's sickening, man. It's sickening. And now, when they can't win against the LDBC, well, what they do then is that they start making up lies about the LDBC. And that's the whole thing. And guys, I'm gonna touch on some of that because some of the stuff gets old, man. It gets very, very old, and it's like it's tiring, It gets very old, and it's just, if you can't come up with another narrative, man, you can't come up with another narrative, then, and it's like, okay, what do people want? Okay, so y'all wanted us to support Wilder. We support Wilder. Y'all don't want us talking about Wilder. Okay, y'all don't want us talking about Wilder. First you said we needed to support Wilder. Now you don't want us talking about the guy. Like, what the hell? Like, y'all, I don't understand what you people think that we're supposed to be doing. But we're gonna get into that, man. We're gonna get into that. I'm just gonna cut the music, man. Now, I don't really care who listens, who disapproves, but it's the same narrative, man. So, for months, for almost a damn year, y'all, people complaining about Deontay Wilder not having the proper credentials to face Anthony Joshua. Everybody talked about, well, Wilder don't deserve a fight with Joshua. Wilder hadn't done as much as Joshua did in 21 fights. Wilder had 40 fights, and he hadn't even done what Joshua did. Okay, so now, we backed off Joshua, and we're endorsing the Tyson Fury fight. But isn't that funny? You're supposed to be quote-unquote boxing fans, okay? These are supposed to be boxing fans, and shout out to you, Armand Rice. Thanks for coming in. These are supposed to be boxing fans, guys. And you mean this is a big super fight, and you guys are not happy about that. But, people saying, well, why do they need to fight somebody? Well, hell, he's fighting somebody. He's fighting somebody right here. He's fighting somebody right here, and now people are not happy about that. Like, the hate videos are real. And it just gets stupid. So we want Wilder to fight somebody. Now he's fighting a top contender. Tyson Fury never lost his belts. Tyson Fury never ever lost his belts. Okay, he never lost one of his belts. He lost the belts because of his actions outside of the ring. He never lost his belts inside of the ring. Tyson Fury, to me, is still the rightful lineal champion. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, Tyson Fury is still the rightful lineal champion. He's still the champion. He never lost to anybody. Anthony Joshua was awarded some of those belts. Like, what the heck, man? But people, man, I listened to the brother 78 Sports TV this morning, man. I listened to that, and it made a lot of sense, man. Like, why would you not be happy for this fight? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Why would you not be happy for it? Why in the back of your mind could you not even show a bit of, like, happiness for this particular fight going on? This is a huge fight. It's a huge fight for the heavyweight division. It's a huge fight for boxing. Why are these guys not happy about this? Why? And it's like they always got an excuse. So now the excuse is going to be, well, Wilder's fighting a guy who, been inactive, for 18 months, a guy that, was overweight, a guy that, had a drug problem, and Wilder's taking that fight. Man, so Wilder can't catch a break. But it was okay for Joshua to fight Klitschko, right, who was on a 2-year layoff. Okay? coming off a loss to Tyson Fury. But that's okay. See, all of that's fine. We just ignore that stuff. But now, you got quote unquote fight fans that they can't be happy about these fights. Listen, man, these ain't fight fans, okay? I'm gonna tell you what categories these guys are in, okay? And these are supposed to be quote unquote fight fans. There are two categories, okay? You got the racists, and then you got the guys that hate the LDBC, okay? That's it. You got the racists who don't like Deontay Wilder because he's a black guy, and then you got then you got some of the UK fans that hate the LDBC, and then you got some American people that hate the LDBC. That's all it is, guys. And it's amazing. We take a narrative and we take an action and we talk about it, and then everybody talk about what we talking about. Like this damnedest thing I ever seen. Damnedest thing. And I've been around. I've been around from the inception. I was right there with the start of the LDBC, okay? I was with the original. I mean, Blood in 78, they got it going. And I was right there behind the scenes. Okay, I was right there. I was right there with the start. And I made a decision. And I had a lot of people disappointed. You disappointed me. Why? Because, okay. See, people never get up in arms. Have y'all noticed, man, when Hispanics, they get together and they talk about what they're going to talk about. You got, Asians, they get together. They support each other. It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. Irishmen, all of these other people, man, Brazilians, everybody. But the minute American black men, we just get together and we're here, we're supporting fighters that we like, and people think, well, you guys are anti-white. We're not anti-white. We're just pro-black. I don't think there's a problem with me being pro-black. I don't think that there's a problem. I think that's a good thing. I'm still a Tyson Fury fan. I'm just pro-black. There's nothing racist about that. What is it, man? Y'all don't like this fight. First, Wilder needed to fight Stiverne. He needed to fight Stiverne. Oh, that's what Wilder needed to do. He needed to get his mandatory. Stop crying. He fights his mandatory. Oh, well, he fought a bum in Stiverne. What? And I'm talking about, I saw people making comments and making videos about Wilder needing to fight Stiverne. I saw actual videos, and he fight, and then I go back and look at the channel, and now they're talking noise, they're hating on Wilder for fighting Bermane Stiverne, and that's the same person that you said Wilder needed to fight because you can't duck a Mando. How you gonna explain this? Man, it's getting to the point, guys. It really is getting to the point where you have to take people with a grain of salt. I mean, you have to, okay? You have to take people with a grain of salt, because no matter what we do, we could like every fighter that these guys like, and they would go against that narrative because they don't like the fact that you have a lot of outspoken and successful, let's put it out there, okay? A lot of people in the LDBC, they got careers, businesses. I mean, the people that make up the inner workings of the LDBC, I'm talking about the core of the LDBC. You got a lot of successful people. And you got some people who are on the outer edges, they're just getting their hands around the LDBC. They're successful. This thing started, look, man, I was right there. I started with the LDBC. Ticket TV, Town Business, Dream Chasing Boxing, Blood Boxing, okay? 78 Sports TV. All of us, guys, we were right there at the inception. And then Black Fight Fan rolled in. MBT Boxing rolled in. Okay, all of these people rolled in, and then the LDBC is what it is now. And then you had guys like Santee Walden rolling in. VZ rolls in. But man, it don't matter. See, it don't matter. So now Wilder's fighting a fight, y'all. Wilder's fighting a fight that's a great fight. It's a super fight of the heavyweight division, in my opinion. And you got people that's not happy. I mean, Tyson Fury endorses this fight. Tyson Fury said this is going to be the best fight ever. This is going to be the best time ever. This is going to be the best fight ever. Tyson Fury rolling. People don't want to hear that. Oh, no, he's just a guy that's been an actor for years. Tyson Fury is not legit. Oh, he's not legitimate. Tyson Fury, no, nope. See, it's always a but, isn't it? It's always a but. It's always a but. And Deontay Wilder endorses the LDBC. So they don't like that. Now the LDBC, we're ruining Deontay Wilder's career. That's stupid because his portfolio has went up. Okay? The guy gives the LDBC exclusive interviews. And guys, the LDBC is not just boxing. Look, I done started the LDMMAC. You know, and I'm facing the same kind of stuff over here. When I talk about MMA and women's MMA, I'm facing the same kind of stuff. You got people making videos about you. I mean, you got people that can't be creative. You got people that come into your streams, you know, trying to promote themselves in your streams instead of doing their hard work. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. You know? But that's just how it's going to be. But see, guys, don't be listening to these people. Don't listen to any of these people that say the LDBC is a cult. Don't listen to that because they stupid. They don't see, I'm telling you. I mean, you want to know what a cult is? I mean, do you see any of us burning crosses? Do you see any of us burning down people's houses? Do you see any of us jumping people? Do you see any of us, you know, believing in one doctrine and one religion? No. We're not a cult. They always say this stuff to us, to black men. And we're reporting. I mean, you got Ticket TV who do the basketball, who covers like, he's like the ESPN of the LDBC. You got 78 Sports TV that cover, he's the hardcore underground boxing aficionado. You got Black Fight Fan, the hardcore, you know, boxing aficionado. Okay? You got me. I do, you know, boxing and I do a lot of women's MMA and I do MMA. I mean, you got the hardcore, you know, aficionado. You got Santee Walden with the politics. Okay? You got Santee Walden with the politics. I mean, folks, very diverse. But see, for some reason, everybody just seems to think, oh, yeah, yep. We all report on the same thing. You know, we all say the exact same things, which that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But see, if you let these guys tell it, you let these detractors tell it, okay? If you let them tell it, oh, man, we bad for boxing. How? How are we bad for boxing? How? I mean, we completely said, okay, we ain't gonna make no videos about y'all. Well, I know I haven't anyway, okay? I ain't made no diss videos. I ain't done nothing to anybody. We just been in our own lane, creating our content. That's what we've been doing. We've been endorsing Wilder. Why? Because everybody takes a dump on Wilder, okay? Everybody takes a dump on Wilder, okay? And it is what it is, man. This guy can't catch a break. I see my brother MBT boxing, and man, MBT is my brother, man. We don't talk as much, but man, you know, when I talk to him, that's my dude, man. I mean, it's the first guy, man, to really, you know, promote. Look, MBT is my guy, man. And me and him, we always brothers, man. I don't really give a crap. Me and MBT, I don't care what he think with it, man. That's my brother. He's from New Zealand. That is my brother. Okay? That's my brother. That's all it is to it. You know? Guys, you know, this is not a cult. I would never join a cult. What I did was I looked and I said, you know what? It seems like it's the same people that's, you know, denigrating fighters. It's the same people that's denigrating fighters because of what they look like. The same people. And, you know, why do I want to be a part of that? Okay? Why do I want to be a part of that? Why would I want to be a part of that if that's all you're doing is you're denigrating fighters? I mean, you're completely decimating fighters. So we support the fighter that people hate the most. We support Wilder. For what? There's nothing wrong with supporting Deontay Wilder's a good fighter. He's a family man. You know, and they look for any little thing to say, oh, Wilder's a bad guy. Oh, Wilder said he want to catch a body. But they love Mike Tyson, who said he want to eat people kids. Say he want to murder, rip people's hearts out. Oh, but that's okay. That's good, right? Oh, that's real good. I'm telling you. And I see all you guys out there, Branulus, P-Money, MBT. Hey, man, this thing is getting utterly ridiculous. You're a fight fan. You're supposed to be happy that this fight is going down. You're supposed to be happy. Like, literally, you're supposed to be happy. This is a good fight. This is a great fight that's coming up, and people are not happy. You got folks, boxing fans, that's not happy. What the hell, man? Guys, we dealing with so many 20-something-year-olds that they can't conceptualize competition. Guys, we're in that age where, you know, like when you go to the bowling alley. Listen, we're at that age where we go to the bowling alley, and you know how they got the bumpers now where you can't roll gutter balls? Like now we're at the non-gutter ball evolution of generation right now. We're in generation scared. And this has leaked over to the fighters. I mean, you got Showtime Sean Porter. When you ask him about Errol Spence, then he started talking about business sense. But when you ask Showtime Sean Porter about Mikey Garcia, yep, that'll be a fight that I'd love to make. Oh, that'll be a great fight. That'll be a good fight that I would love to see. But when you ask him about Errol Spence, oh, he ducking. Oh, business. But you got people that co-sign that. You got these young guys. You got these young 20-something, 21-year-old guys, 22. These guys, they understand that. Well, Sean shouldn't have to take the fight. If he's not ready to fight, wait, whoa, man. You're supposed to be in this to fight the best. That's what you're supposed to be on. But see, it's not that. Like, people actually, they like these fighters and they love these fighters and they don't want these fighters to lose. For some, I don't know why. These fighters ain't cutting these people a check, man. These fighters, they're not cutting anybody a check. Nobody's getting a check off these fighters. Nobody's getting a check off these fighters. Nobody. You're a fight fan. I mean, you pay your money. Okay, you pay your money and you watch the pay-per-views just like everybody else. Or you tune in to PBC, or you tune in to ESPN, or whatever network the fight's on, and then you watch the fight. Just because you made 1,000 videos on the fighter, that fighter probably don't even know you exist sometimes. They don't know you exist, but you guys are steadily, well, AJ don't have to fight Wilder. Why? Why should AJ have to fight Wilder? Why? Why should Anthony Joshua have to fight Deontay Wilder? What has Deontay Wilder done? What the hell has AJ done? Well, AJ's not ready for Wilder. Why? You're a champion. Why are you not ready for Wilder? You're a champion. You should be ready for Wilder. See, y'all get the picture. You should be ready. If you got all those belts, then you have an obligation to fight the other champions, folks. That's how it is. It's not me making up the rules. That's nature. That's not a Coach Shelton Harrison rule. That's nature. It's nature. I'm just telling you how it is. Okay, it's nature. It is nature. I see my brother Combo Breaker in the building, man. Combo Breaker. Yeah, okay, Combo Breaker. I just got your message, man. Yeah, we'll do a live stream, man. Shoot, we can get on tomorrow, man. Tomorrow, I got an interview in about an hour. We get on tomorrow night, man, and shoot. We can definitely talk about Cody Garbrandt and him, using that word and all these people that's defending that crap. But see, y'all understand, man. Y'all understand what the problem is here, okay? These people are not fight fans. These are fans of race, man. And then people say, well, the LDBC, man, they taking a dump on Lomo. Wait a minute. Me and Black Fight Fan TV are the only people in the LDBC that legitimately endorse Lomachenko. I mean, how you going to explain that? But see, y'all want to ignore that. Black Fight Fan TV put videos about Lomo all the time. I put out the video and I was like, hey, Lomo is going to beat Walters. I said Lomo is going to beat, he's going to beat Linares. I said Lomo is probably going to beat Rigondeaux, but it's going to be a tough fight. I said Rigondeaux has a chance to win, but I said Lomo is big. Okay, I said it. Because I did one video where I said I think Rigondeaux is going to beat Lomo. And then I made another retraction video and I said, nah, I think Lomo's going to win, man. He's too big. But I've been endorsing Lomachenko for the big. You can even ask Jeff at Dream Chasing. But, according to that narrative, we don't like any white fighters. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. I don't even use racial slurs. And isn't that kind of funny? People want to call you racist. I don't even use racial slurs. And you ain't going to find a video. You ain't going to find one video where you hear me calling somebody, out of my race a racial slur. You ain't going to find it. You find it, I'll give you $100 if you can find it. I know you ain't going to find it because I don't use those words. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing how Deontay Wilder can get called everything. He can be called a liar. Deontay Wilder get called an ape. Deontay Wilder get called a Alabama Negro. And, and the racists and the guys, the racist guys, they call him an Alabama N-word. Oh, they call him all this stuff. But, we're supposed to listen to you guys. We're supposed to listen to y'all when it comes to Wilder. When all y'all do is spew racial hate at this guy. And let's call it what it is, okay? Look, it's a black thing with y'all. You don't like the American black guy. And I think more people need to come out and they just need to admit it, okay? They just need to go ahead and admit that. Just go ahead and admit it. And then, you know what? It'll stop me from saying, you know what, I think you are. No, just look. Just go ahead and say what you are. Just say what you are. Just say you don't like the man because of his skin color. And you know what? I can respect your opinion. I might not like you for saying it, but I can respect where you coming from, and then I know not to deal with you. Then I know that I don't have to deal with you. So you're a boxing fan and you're not happy for this fight. I mean, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You're a boxing fan and you're not happy about Wilder Fury. I mean, Tyson Fury happy about the fight. Deontay Wilder happy about the fight. You got the Tyson Fury fans, they're happy about the fight. But it's like you got these guys that want to protect AJ. And we know you guys don't like AJ either. Look, let me tell you what you guys did. Okay? Here's what you did. You guys took two black guys, right? And listen, and this ain't going to go well with some people. I'm finna tell it to you raw. You took two black guys, and you took the lighter of the two black guys. Okay? You took the lighter of the two black guys as closest to what you look like, and that's the one you supported. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Y'all took the same narrative with Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. You same racist guys. You did the same thing when we start really pressuring Keith Thurman to fight Errol Spence Jr. Who did y'all back? Who did y'all back? Y'all back Keith Thurman. Why? I wonder why many of you guys backed Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman clearly was the one ducking Errol Spence. Guys, that's a fact. Keith Thurman said, nope, he not on my to-do list. What does that mean? If somebody's not on your to-do list, that means that means you don't want to fight him. That means you don't want to deal with them. That means you don't want anything to do with them. That means you're not looking for the smoke. I think that's what it means, y'all. Shout out. What's up, Reggie the Tree? What's up, y'all? P-Money, all y'all. I don't think they want smoke. See, I think we can clearly understand that, guys. They don't want no smoke. They don't want the smoke. But see, it's okay. Because see, what if we would have backed Keith Thurman, I guarantee you guys would have took another narrative. Y'all would have took another narrative around to just, to put it on the LDBC. Okay, or to just, go at the opposite direction. Had guys making videos, guys putting LDBC in the title. Guys, and you know what? And you know what's funny? When these guys put the hashtag LDBC moniker in their title, those videos, those are the most videos that these guys get. Like, those are the most video views that these guys get. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. That one guy, 78 Sports TV, okay? One guy, 78 Sports TV, decided to just, hey, let's separate from all the garbage that's going on. Let's separate. Let's separate from all of that stuff, and let's go ahead and let's do our own thing. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get our website going. Let's really start, expanding our brand. Let's do some interviews, okay? Or wait a minute, let's branch out. Let's do basketball, okay? Let's talk MMA. Let's put it on all levels, okay? Baseball, anything you name it. Politics. You got Lions Den Politics, the LDPC, the Lions Den Politics community. Santee Walden heads all of that. Okay? Guys, we got so many different things. You got guys like MBT Boxing over in Australia, man, giving us a view of the inside of an Australian fighter, giving us the view of the Aussies, how they think. Like, man, it's crazy. Ain't nobody said one thing. I'm sorry, man. If somebody want to affiliate me and say, Coach, you racist, then they lie, because they don't know nothing about me. They don't know nothing about me. Okay, I've been training, coaching. I've been coaching kids for over 20 years. Of all races, white kids, Asian kids, Hispanic kids, black kids, Africans, don't matter. So you can't put the racist label on me. And I have people come in my comment thread, oh, Coach, you racist. Why? Because I was happy the black guy won. Like, I'm racist because I'm happy the black guy won. Amazing. But I guess I wasn't racist though when when I was happy that Lomachenko beat Nicholas Walters. I wasn't racist. See, here go the thing, man. All these people, they want the LDBC to keep it so fair. You guys want us to be fair. You want us to be unbiased. But nobody's unbiased. Not even you guys that you guys are the pinnacle of unbiasedness, right? But you guys sitting right here don't want this fight. Okay, you hating on this fight. Okay, you hating on this Deontay Wilder fight. You're hating on it. But you're supposed to be unbiased. And I'm not saying any names. I'm not going to call any names out. I'm not going to do any of that. But you guys are supposed to be the guys that's unbiased. Yeah, right? Y'all are supposed to be the authority figures on being unbiased. Seriously. Seriously. Yeah, MBT. Yeah, I got some races When you're proud of Aussie wins a fight, right? And MBT, I know MBT now. I've been doing MBT for going on 4 and 5 years, okay? And I trust MBT more than I trust a whole lot of people on planet Earth. Because I know what this dude about, man. And, you know, I don't think he would follow me. MBT wouldn't follow me if he thought I was a racist. I mean, honestly, think about it. He wouldn't follow me if he thought I was a racist. He wouldn't deal with me if he thought that I was racist. You know, and it's crazy how people, they'll put that in, they'll throw that in because they have no other talking points. They can't even debunk what you say. They can't debunk what you say. They can't debunk anything you say. So the next best thing is that, oh, okay, well, you're racist. No, I'm not. T.C. Johnson, I mean, I don't think T.C. would interact with me if he thought I was a racist. And shout out to T.C. Johnson, man. You know, the guy did military service, man. Did extensive. T.C. Johnson fought in wars, man. But I don't think people would associate with me like that if they thought that I was. Because I know I'm not. I've never even used a slur. So there it is. There it is. Why are you not happy about this fight? I mean, honestly, why not be happy about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury? There's only one Tyson Fury. Why not be happy? I mean, this is a huge heavyweight fight. This fight is enormous, okay? It's an enormous heavyweight fight. It's massive, y'all. And people who you're utterly afraid, or if you talk bad about this fight, you're not a boxing fan. You're just a fanboy. And that's all it is, guys. Anybody talking bad about Wilder fighting Tyson Fury, they're not real boxing fan. You can't tell me that you're a real boxing fan and you're not happy about this fight. So what? So what is not Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua didn't want the fight. Guys, these are facts. I'm not coming on here spitting stuff out that's not true. These are facts. These are facts. I mean, I had people, Coach, man, when you going to do a boxing stream? Coach, when you going to do another box? Okay. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I mean, I'm not reluctant to do it. I'll do my boxing stream. But, you know, part of the time, too, I feel like, you know, so many people, they already cover the topics that I'm already thinking. They already cover the topics in boxing that I'm already thinking. But, yes, I am blacking out Anthony Joshua's fight against Povetkin. I'm blacking that fight out. For what? Okay? I'm blacking it out. I mean, is it a good matchup? Yeah. It's a decent matchup. You know, Anthony Joshua, you know, they could have been much more forthcoming if they just would have said, you know what, I need a couple more fights before I fight Wilder. I can respect that. I can respect him saying, you know what, I'm not ready for Wilder yet. Just give me a couple of fights. You know, I want to fight Povetkin first, then I'll fight Wilder. See, if they would have been very forthcoming about that, guess what? Guess what? I would have endorsed Anthony Joshua right from the jump. But see, when you got the lie, when you got to come on here and clearly say, you know what, I'm not going to fight Wilder till 2020. I can't endorse a fighter like that. I can't even support that fight. And I'm a boxing, but you're telling me you don't want to fight the best. See, the reason why I will endorse Fury Wilder, because they're both saying the same thing. I want to fight the best. Okay? They're saying I both want to fight the best. And that's why I'm going to endorse Fury and Wilder and not Joshua Povetkin. And I had somebody come at me, well, you're supposed to be such a boxing fan. Then why are you blacking out Joshua Povetkin? Because, I mean, Joshua don't want to fight the best. Povetkin don't want to fight the best. Neither one of these two, these are the epitome of guys that don't want to fight the best. And Povetkin didn't want to do it unless the guy was roided up. I mean, that's real talk. How many times Povetkin have been popped? I mean, Deontay Wilder go all the way over to Russia to start his training camp. I mean, go all the way over there. Povetkin pops dirty, the fight gets canceled. Oh, that's Deontay Wilder's fault for some reason. That's his fault. It's Wilder's fault. I don't know why they think it's Wilder's fault. But that's Deontay Wilder's fault, right? Folks, it just can't, man. We can't have it both ways, okay? Y'all didn't want Wilder fighting Anthony Joshua. He's not. Deontay Wilder has completely backed off of Anthony Joshua. He's done. But now you guys, you're sitting here, you're complaining, and you're talking about, hey, I don't like this fight. because Tyson Fury has been out for a long time. And I see the bottom line. The bottom line, Santi Walden. You know what? Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. All right, Santi, if you guys feel it, man, y'all want it, MBT, Santi, just let me know, man. I know MBT, you don't do a whole lot of streams, but, bro, it's fine. The bottom line, Santi Walden. The bottom line, Santi Walden. Okay? He is the bottom line. Okay? And that's the bottom line. Okay? We'll just send these links on out, man. Let's just get this thing cracking, man. Shoot. Okay, we keep it clean though, man, because I got the kiddies watching. They're waiting on the interview, but it's cool. Hot Sauce Nelly, what's up, man? I ain't never seen you, but good. Glad to see you, man. Okay? The bottom line, I just sent the bottom line a link. MB, T, if you want it, I sent you one just in case. You change your mind, pop on in, man. Shoot. I ain't doing nothing but chopping it up. Okay? It's the bottom line, y'all. But, folks are not happy about this fight. Okay, I see General Africa, man. Let's get it in, man, for my interview. Let's get it in. I see General Africa Awakening is in the building. Okay, let's go ahead, man. Let's keep putting these links out there, man. General Africa Awaken is in the building. Okay. How are you not happy about this fight? How? I don't know. How you gonna explain not being happy about this fight? Okay. I mean, he left. I mean, listen, Deontay Wilder, he left him alone, right? Deontay Wilder left Joshua to himself. He left him to be. And now he's moved on to fight Tyson Fury. We got too many LDBC detractors, man. It's too many people, man, that's making videos about us. Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm not one of them guys, man. I'm not one of them guys that report people. I don't do that. Okay? It takes too much effort. You got to do a bunch of stuff. It's just, I don't do it. Okay? But we got too many guys trying to come up, man. We got too many guys trying to come up, man. Too many. Too many. And, it's funny, man. Our channels are not that big. I only have 6,000 subs. That's not a big channel. That's not a huge channel. That's not big. Okay? I mean, 10,000 subs not big. 20,000 subs are not big. Not compared to people who got hundreds of thousands of subs. But these fools, I see you, man. Okay. But these fools, they still want to talk down on what we're doing. Amazing, man. Amazing. After 2 years, you think you guys will stop trying to divide and conquer. It's not working. The bottom line is in the building. What's up, bottom line?
All right, what's going on, Coach, man? What's going on, Big Dog?
Man, letting the frustration out, baby. Letting the frustration out.
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. It's so good to hear your voice. You actually, when you sent me the link, you caught me right in the middle. I was just getting ready to donate to your channel, but I'll send it to you through PayPal.
Man, but look, you smash the like button, bro. We all good.
I had my credit card out and everything. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go put a little bit of change on there for Coach, man. But yeah, man, I'm listening to the topic. We've all been talking about this, and yeah, if you didn't want the guy bothering Joshua, he was a nitpicker to AJ, then leave Deontay Wilder alone peacefully as he takes on the opposition of Tyson Fury. These are two guys that want to be great. You can't intervene with greatness. He wants to fight a two-time drug cheat. And you know what? That's his prerogative. No matter how I feel about it, you or anybody else, which we have a lot of bones to pick with this situation, because a fight like this, I feel personally, should not be happening when you have an opportunity for undisputed. For all the belts to be confined, one face, one name. That's what makes sense. That's what's going to always make sense. It doesn't matter if it's the heavyweight division or the bantamweight division. Okay? One face, one name. If one guy possesses 4 titles, one title really doesn't mean anything. I believe the IBO title or something, whatever. But he has 4 belts. And then the other person possesses the WBC strap. The only thing that those two guys need to talk about is when and where. That's it. When and where. How can we get this situation resolved for us to be in a square circle, duking it out to see who's the best in the world in this particular division? All we've gotten is excuses, lies, roadblocks, a charlatan that loves the camera time more than his fighters like the camera time, and a guy, Eddie Graham. What's called him Eddie Graham? Eddie Hearn is he's an Instagram model, man. That's what he is. He wants all the attention in the world. You know, he wants to smile, he wants to lie, he wants to be a con artist, and he's wondering why. With this collapse of the zone does not look good. The sales of Anthony Joshua are not where they are used to being lucrative. People are on him. What's up, General Africa?
What's good, bottom line?
Chilling, brother. People are on him for ticket scalping. People are on Eddie Hearns for being a liar. People are on Eddie Hearns for contradicting himself. And people are on Eddie Hearns for not giving them the fights that they asked for. Now you're held to a different standard. The levels of pressure that the LDBC can put on one fighter and one promoter is tremendous. We see the beads of sweat coming down this man's forehead. We see the panic rooms that AJ run into for comfort. We see these panic rooms. All this is because not only because of brothers like me and you and General Africa and others putting great content out on the internet, but it's because of some of our LDBC soldiers that we have in the media that come out here to these press conferences when it's time to pump fake and bluff. And they're getting chased halfway down the hallway being asked the questions that the butt kissers don't ask. Now the real heat's coming because with some of the same butt-kissing media out there, some of those guys want that notoriety and credit. So they're willing for a small time, for a second, to step out of line in order to try to rebuttal or ask the same questions that the LDBC is asking to make themselves look like real media. There's only one true boxing media that's standing, and a few other guys, all right? Fred Hawthorne is one, Dante's Boxing Nation, the list goes on. And all these are affiliates, by the way, okay? And when it comes to that, you know, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody, and when it comes to that, a person like Anthony Joshua can't really exist without being uncomfortable. When have you ever heard, right? And you've heard it before, but usually people have paperwork signed. But when have you ever heard a promoter so desperate, like so very desperate, that he's selling a bum fight off a guy that he's not even signed to fight next? Okay? Your whole promotion for Povetkin is to shove Wilder in people's faces, and that's not even your fighter. How bad do you look coming from an individual that said that Wilder didn't have a fan base, nobody knows Wilder, he doesn't deserve any respect, Parker deserves a percentage, he doesn't, to a guy that is literally on his knees groveling, begging? All right, what was the last lie he just got caught in? AJ signed a contract, but you didn't?
Well,
and then they found out AJ didn't even sign a contract. It was Eddie Hearn's signature. And his response, his rebuttal to that was, I have rights to AJ.
He said the fight wasn't even, at first he said the fight wasn't going to happen, the Fury Wilder fight. Then he turned around and said the fight going to happen. And, you know, Tyson Fury called him out on that, man. Tyson Fury called him out and said, yo, man, this dude tripping, man. And you know, and then, you know, of course, the legions of fans, Eddie Hearn fans, they're not happy, you know. And I'm sorry, you know, if you're not happy about this fight and you're a fight fan, there's something really wrong. You're not a real fight fan. You're not. And if you're happy about Joshua fighting Povetkin, okay, I mean, you know, you want to go over and fight the drug cheat. Both of these two guys duck Wilder, okay, those are facts, okay. I don't care what anybody say. You know, you can say, well, you know, I don't think AJ ducked Wilder, but he did. He was the one that said, I want to fight the dude till 2020. Okay, another proof, you know, Eddie Hearn, first he was saying, yeah, you know, we got, you know, April 2019 set aside for Deontay Wilder. Oh, okay. But then, you know, he started saying, but, you know, I really want Deontay Wilder, you know, to fight on the undercard of AJ and Dillian White. And he threw Derek Chisora in Deontay Wilder's face. Like, they supposed to fight on the undercard. So, I mean, come on. I mean, you don't want to fight. Povetkin popped using drugs, steroids, while, you know, he was getting ready for Wilder. Wilder go over there. I mean, I don't respect these two fighting each other when I know for a fact that they could have been fighting the best. They could have been, you know what? And Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight Tyson Fury either. He didn't want to fight either one of them two. Like, come on, man. Come on. And now everybody upset because the two wanted to fight each other. I mean, hell, don't nobody want to fight them, but now they want to fight each other. Now everybody mad. How you going to explain that?
Coach, and thanks for having me on, Coach. Man, I got my brothers on here, man. Man, appreciate you bringing me on. But like I was alluding to on 7-8 Sports TV's video, I think it was the one about how Eddie Hearn's trying to basically destroy this fight and hating on this fight between Fury and Wilder. I said, you know, in times of frustration, not too much frustration because I don't give these guys my energy, but in times of just like, you know, slight annoyance, because that's all they are, slight annoyance. When it comes to being in the LDBC and having to deal with, you know, these lying promoters, these snake oil salesmen like Eddie Hearn and people who are very similar to him, the haters and the leeches and the people who always want to bring up the LDBC's name to try and get some type of publicity. I always remind myself that, you know, there's a reason why the LDBC controls the narrative. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why. And 7-8 always says, I got to give him credit for this. He always says it, like, there's a reason why we're winning, because these guys aren't productive. And I think about it, like, Eddie Hearn's not productive. Eddie Hearn, for all the slick talking and the lying and the BS that he pushes every single day, he's not productive. I mean, look at the zone. Look at all the guys on that roster. It's just it's basement, you know, dwelling boxing, man. And I remember that, and I just think about the fact that these guys that come on our live streams every day, you know, that's why you see 300 people in there. It's only 250 likes or 200 likes on a live stream. These guys that come just to watch us, these guys that create multiple email accounts every day, I just remember there's no way that guy can beat me. There's a reason why he's losing. Anybody that has to create 15 different emails and continue to come and see what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, minute-to-minute basis, sitting on the internet all day, there's no way that guy's productive in society. And there's no way that guy can ever beat me.
Man.
And I just remember that. And I'm like, these guys are very similar to Eddie Hearn. You know, all big talk on the surface, but the content, real what's getting done and what's not getting done, they don't have anything to offer.
Man, zero to offer. My main man, the truth is in the building, man. What's up, man? What's up, brother?
How you doing, brothers?
It's really, really good.
Oh, what's good, General Africa? General Africa is a true legend. True legend.
I appreciate it, brother. I love this man.
And I'm just really, you know, appreciative, Coach, of you allowing me to speak as well. And just much love to the chat and everybody on the panel as well. Just much respect and love. I was just going to say that I was going to play Eddie Hearn right now and just have a little bit of a joke and a laugh with you guys. And I was going to say, I was going to come in and say, Coach, he's with the LDBC, but I can offer him 6 million to join these nuts, and he can make video of the cream of Mexican boxing, Jesse Vargas, the cream of Puerto Rican boxing. I've done my research in Chicago. I've got, you know, I know that they've got a huge Polish community, a huge Puerto Rican community, a huge Mexican community, and I can offer the coach 8 million right now. No, in fact, 135 million to join these nuts right now. What do you say, Coach?
Man, that dude lying, man. He probably 135 cents. That's what he be offering, man. And man, if I'm worth 135 million, then shoot, man, I can go to Showtime then and be worth 150 million. I can go get another 15 million. Hey, man. Yo, Eddie Hearn offered me 135 million, man. Look, man, I'm gonna come to y'all, man. Hey, what y'all got for me?
See? What you gotta know, Coach, is that it's a massive risk to go to the LDBC. It's a massive risk. Massive risk. Why do you not come over to the D's Nuts organization and I'll give you 288 million?
Oh man, that's what's up. Okay, I'll tell you what. Yeah. I take that 288 million. I'd fight my one fight, leave, and then start the LDBC Supreme, and then put it right back in his face. I use his own money against him, okay? I take his own money against him, okay? I go back to LDBC Promotions, man. Well, heck, man, by the time he offered me that money, man, LDBC Promotions will be in swing. I don't need his money. I'll be rich
before the truth finishes, I just have to say, as a native Chicago, and I just have to say, this is why I rock with the truth, and the truth rocks with the LDBC. These guys, the truth knows more about Chicago. You know, everything he said is just facts. He knows more about Chicago, has done more research, has more intellectual curiosity than freaking Fast Eddie Hearns has ever had. Talking about Wilder's a man from Alabama. See, this is what we have in LDBC. People who actually know what they're talking about, man.
God, dog.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
The truth came in with the guns blazing, man. Came in with the guns blazing. So now this whole thing, man. This whole thing. The LDBC is just bad for boxing. We're ruining Deontay Wilder's career. Now, yeah, I mean, God, dog, last time I checked, Deontay Wilder, you know, he been on a reality TV show. He married to a reality TV star. You got people hating on him, like Fat Baby Miller hating on him. You got Tyson Fury calling him out. I mean, you don't call somebody out that's not doing nothing, okay? But the LDBC is bad, okay? Even though we single-handedly raised Deontay Wilder's profile, man. We did, all of us. We single-handedly did that, you know. 78 Sports TV, Black Fight Fan, you know, 78 with the interviews, you know, getting him exposure right here to the common fan. Like the fans that Deontay Wilder, they know gonna follow him. See, Deontay Wilder ain't stupid, man. And it'll behoove him to continue, you know, staying in 78 back pocket and doing interviews. Because, see, these little interviews that he keep doing with the LDBC, that's going to translate into pay-per-view revenue. He ain't no dummy, man. See, when somebody say that Deontay Wilder is a dumb boy from Alabama, they stupid. They don't know no better. So I think Deontay Wilder is buying his time. And, see, they even said, man, that, heck, this is a $40 million fight, man, against Fury, man. Like, actually, man, the fight can be that big. Like, that big, man. That's a lot of money, man. Because I was thinking, you know, maybe, you know, Wilder and Fury might get $10 to $8 million a piece, man. No, man. Like, $40 million, man. So, you know, that can be about, what, 15 to 20 million a piece. Like, what these guys are supposedly going to be able to take home, man. So, I think that's a good payday, man. It's a good payday, and Wilder just doing what he do, man. But I don't think the LDBC is bad for boxing. You know, we're not bad for boxing. I think these guys, they got something to talk about now. They got something to talk about, but when we leave the whole platform, when we just leave YouTube completely, and then we have our own platform, now they really going to be mad. They're going to be really upset, man. I'm telling y'all.
And from a standpoint of Deontay Wilder's statue, before the full launch, the LDBC launch of promotion, I mean, let's dig it like this. You take Wilder at the statue that he is, the knockout percentage, the undefeated status, working with Heyman, Shelly Finkel, all these great people there in his corner, right? And then you take it in the circumstances of you have one big mega channel as far as boxing with 78 Sports TV, well over 50,000 subscribers. You can add Ticket TV in there too as well. All right, that's two mega channels. And then you fester in 100 channels with at least 1,000 subscribers plus on your side, on the internet, on YouTube. And what you have growing is chaos. What you have is the LDBC. What you have is a migraine headache that you've never received in your life. Something similar to what Scottie Pippen had, man, in the playoffs against one of them teams in there when they wasn't able to get the job done. But that's what type of headache you have. You know, you have a massive headache, and the truth about it, as Fred pointed out, which is absolutely true, Eddie Hearns sits in his hotel, flips his tablet or his laptop up in the bed, and then watches every last one of our videos and content. Because it gets to him. Once you know that your trick hasn't filled through, all right, no matter how many guinea pigs I pay, and no matter how many buffoons that I know that have a grade A soft shoe, you know, this narrative that I'm pushing is not going to fall through, then the egg is completely on your face. The joke is on you. People are looking at you, laughing at you, because it lets you know that your money means nothing. All the money that you tried to throw at U.S. fighters, they looked at you and laughed at you. You don't understand how well Al Haymon is taking care of the premier boxing champion fighters. And if it was that easy, any other promoter could have came in there and broke apart PBC snatching fighters. Okay? Boxing has always been corrupt, and it's not going to stop being corrupt. And the thing is, with some of these corrupt people, somewhat, and I ain't going to say who is or who ain't, that's not my prerogative. My thing is simply this. You're not going to come into a major company in business like this from across the water lying and being disrespectful to our champions. America has always had the best champions, period, in the world. I don't care what point of time that you want to talk about, we've always had the best champions. And it's not a point of, okay, we're trying to spit on other countries and discredit, because one thing that was pointed out in the Big Homie's video today was, look, we backed and supported Anthony Joshua. We argued amongst ourselves in the LDBC because we did have respect for AJ. It was the weird, emotional fans that came in here with their emotions and supporting the lies out here that caused a lot of the AJ protectors. I mean, these guys were born overnight. In the same way that you see it in the Pacquiao-Mayweather fashion, the Golovkin Canelo fashion, in the same way that you see those things, it's the same way that you see these new fans coming out the dark to support AJ until the robot gets knocked out, man. Then these guys go ahead, they grab their bag of food, put it over their shoulder, and go back in hibernation, and your channel shuts down. We're going to keep moving. That's the thing. One thing that we want to provide, and we wanted to provide for a lot of these fighters that got disrespected for no reason, that didn't get notoriety, that they didn't have a nice little army for them right here on YouTube to stop the nonsense, was protection, truth, complete honesty, and to make people have to face the demons that they're trying to hide from, to steal from the fans. Now you're going to have to pay up. Now you're going to have to answer for all the lies you told yesterday and the ones you plan on telling today. We've made these people own up. So a lot of these folks are scared, and they don't want to do these interviews anymore, because once they're caught in a lie and a contradiction, you're going to have to answer that question tomorrow. And even with Eddie, man, which I can't stand him because he's so arrogant. Very arrogant. He knows he's a liar. He knows he's a charlatan. You got the nerve to say that you got rights to Anthony Joshua. In other words, he should have signed a contract. Now I own him. That's pretty much what you're saying. And because of that, and that fashion alone, I don't wish for that guy's success. I really don't. With the hang along, tag along guys he's got, and folks from Joe's Crab Shack and all these other folks that he gathered to build the zone. Okay, the undesirables. I'll call them the undesirables. Ain't nobody mad that you snatched these guys up. For those fighters that you picked up, it will never accumulate the revenue that he owes the people that invested into the zone. At the end, he still has to pay these people that invested their money into this company. That will fall flat, because ain't nobody paying him nothing for anything they can go on the internet and get for free.
God, dog. Dang, boy, he done put it down for real. Man. I mean, fellas, y'all can chime in, man. Shoot, y'all chime in, man. Hey.
Do you know that Deontay Wilder's put out a few tweets that he's arrived in Belfast, and the replies in the tweets that he got, majority was, support for Deontay Wilder, with only, a few sort of tweets from AJ protectors. So the support is growing in the UK, and people are really hyped for the fight, for the Fury fight. And I'm telling you now, as soon as that fight is signed and completed, that it's just going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof. And I'll tell you why. Because both of these heavyweights are undefeated. Tyson Fury is recognized as the lineal champion. Deontay Wilder is recognized as the most dangerous heavyweight at this time, right now. And they're both good smack talkers. and they're going to hype that fight and they're going to build that fight up so much that I'm telling you, the US is going to tune in huge numbers. The UK are going to tune in, and even the haters are going to tune in. It's going to be like Floyd Mayweather all over again, where the haters come in many numbers, and them two guys are just going to milk them for all that they're worth, and it's going to be an absolute huge fight. I'm telling you now, I wouldn't be surprised if it passes that 40 million. I will not be surprised at all. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the biggest fights in boxing history, and I'm not saying that lightly because I know the two fighters involved and the support base of Deontay Wilder and also the support base of Tyson Fury. He's got, a lot of fans in the UK, and also the fact that these two can build a fight. And Anthony Joshua hasn't got that skill. When he comes there, he's going to be like, "Oh, may the best man win. Oh, this is only fight at the end of the day. We'll be friends after." Nobody wants to hear any of that. They want to hear fighters go at it, don't they? And you watch. I'm telling you, the interest in this fight is going to blow. I don't even like this narrative now that it's the biggest fight this year alongside GGG and Canelo. It's going to pass that by a mile. Just the two characters involved. It's going to make sure that this fight is going to be one of those that people are going to be talking about for a long, long time.
Because nobody gives a crap about Triple G, okay? The only person who cares about Triple G is Abel Sanchez with his fat neck, okay? And then you got these GGG fans, with their quarter pounder with cheese heads. We know these guys. Nobody caring about that. And then, the people that love Oscar De La Hoya, the guy with the kitchen utensils and the racist emails, them guys love Canelo. Them the only guys that's checking for that fight. That fight, I guarantee you that fight do worse numbers than it did the first time, okay? First time the numbers were pretty good. I bet you this time this fight not even going to sell, man. It ain't going to sell like that. Hey, you saw the last picture of Golovkin, man. You saw him. Dude don't even look like he in shape, man. Like, what has Triple G been doing, man? What? I mean, did Triple G join this troll Fat Boy? Did Triple G join Fat Boy in the back of the buffet line? And I know you in the comment stream, Fat Boy. And I told you you came to the Smoke City Mobcast. Hey, Fat Boy. Hey, assume the position, Fat Boy. Go to the back of the buffet line. Okay, you and all you Triple G loving fans and all y'all, that fight ain't gonna do nothing. The real fight is Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's the real fight, okay? That's the real true fight. All these AJ, guys that's hugging on AJ's testicles. Listen, that's not the fight. Nobody, I guarantee you, this Povetkin Joshua fight is gonna do terrible. I'm not even covering that fight. I'm blacking it out, okay? I don't even care who win the fight. I ain't covering the fight. And the only way I cover the fight is if AJ gets knocked out, okay? Listen. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't covering that at all. Because I don't like Povetkin. I don't like Joshua. Look, man, these are two clowns. These are two clowns that decided not to fight the best. Neither one of these guys wanted no parts of Tyson Fury. Screw these two. I'm blacking them out. They blacked out.
All right, Coach, are you guys talking about the same Triple G versus Canelo that's promoted by Golden Boy, a company that just had a fight on Facebook that was going out in the middle of it? Are we talking about the same company? Oscar, I'm on to you, man. I mean, we see your joke, Oscar. It's like, guys, I was looking through the comments on IG, and the guys are like, "What happened to the fight? It was cutting off. What the F?" Like, come on, Oscar. No, man. Nobody takes this Triple G versus Canelo fight seriously, man. You had one guy that's probably been juicing his entire career, and I know Coach was a huge fan of Canelo, one of the biggest fans of LDBC. I was one of the low-key fans. I've always had respect for Canelo, and I've always spoke highly of Canelo, and I bet a lot of other brothers in the LDBC have had great respect for Canelo, but dude's probably been on juice for who knows how long. He's fighting a ducker like Triple G, who a lot of us also supported and then started ducking. The same narratives being used against Andre Ward in defense of him are being used against Wilder. Come on, man.
Can't mess with him, man. Look,
exactly.
I was a Canelo fan, but hey, man, Oscar made no attempt to address the emails. When Fred Hawthorne confronted him about them emails, the boy blew a kiss at Fred. I mean, this is a grown man, a grown, crusty, rusty, dusty grown man blows a kiss at Fred Hawthorne. Boy, that I tell you right there about Oscar De La Hoya. He thought it was funny. Thought it was comical, man. Thought it was comical. And I'm sitting here like, yo, man, this dude really got no respect for black people, man. Like he really don't, and I can't support that. I can't support it. I can't support anybody who go over there to Oscar De La Hoya. I can't cover. I kept my word. I ain't covered another Golden Boy fight since that email scandal went out. Not one. And if I did, it was by accident because I didn't know the person was with Golden Boy. And if I found out, I took the video down. That's how I do things. That's how.
Not only does he not support, does he not give a dang about black people, Coach? He doesn't even give a dang about the people who support him. He's, you know, and I know some people out there on drugs and stuff, and it's tough. I'm not making fun of drug addicts, but he's a selfish drug addict. That's how he is. That's his whole personality, and that's why he's failing in life. He's racist against black people, but he don't even give a dang about the people who support him. That's why he can't get no fighters over there. That's why people are questioning Canelo's intelligence, because the guy's still with that weirdo, that social degenerate, pervert, child rapist, raped a 16-year-old little girl in Mexico, had to pay the family off.
Yeah, you know, and people want to ignore that. But guys, and people want to ignore that, Santi. They ignore that. And when you bring it up, they say, "Oh, well, you can't prove that." What you mean? It's online. It's in the news. That's a fact. You can Google it. It's there. The articles are there. This man raped a 15-year-old. Wait a minute. He's supposed to be so good and supposed to be doing so much for Mexican people. You mean you go back to your home where you from, and you mean you go depress one of your own?
He can get away with it. He can get away with it.
Yeah, man. You go back
that's what he did.
And you depress one of your own. Like you go back. So wait a minute. Is that uplifting Mexican people? I mean, and when I tell people that, look, oh, okay. So you upset because I disagree with your opinion on Oscar De La Hoya. You upset. But just the same man that raped the 15-year-old, how you going to explain that?
Right.
They always got to come back. Yeah, they'll take
it. No explanation.
Yeah, and even on circumstances of a fighter looking to find somebody to help promote them or whatever to get them off the ground, are you prepared to let somebody that snorts soft crabs and participates in all types of strange activities with lace front wigs and fishnet stockings and kitchen utensils, are you prepared to let this gentleman count you your money? I'm not. He's not counting my money to hand me over my bread for nothing. Okay? That's serious. If you, as person is asking you, all right, man, well, who's your boss? Who are you up underneath for? Oh, I'm with Golden Boy. All right, well, hey, God bless you. And then they just walk off because you don't want to be disrespectful. But in the back of your mind, with these fighters, they've understood and they know too many stories. YouTube has been way too generous with information, with good information, to let these young fighters and some of these older fighters that are on their second half of their career, let them know, look, this ain't the place for me to go ahead and try to keep my black support and folks that support my career. So he can make all the googly eyes he wants to at Errol Spence Jr. and talk about how great of a fighter he is and all this other stuff. The bottom line will always be this. Oscar, people know who you are, man. They know who you are. Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman, people weren't able to steal your fighters from underneath of your nose because you were working out every day and drinking vitamin water. Okay? That man was having a funky good time somewhere, thinking that life was sweet. You know, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And he came back home and all his furniture was gone. Okay? So this is a guy that truly does not pay attention to his surroundings. And when he feels like the coast is clear, you know, he will try to gather some company for strange activity. And I'll leave it at that.
And the issue is, bottom line, brother Santi Walden, we're the only people in the LDBC and you know, the family that messes with us, you know, Barbershop and all the brothers, man, Dante and just everybody else that just affiliated down with the LDBC. We're the only people calling this out. That's what really gets to me. We're the only ones. We're the only people calling this out, man. And you know, the bigger channels, they'll get maybe a few thousand, couple hundred views, and that's good. But it's like, just overall, like, those views should be up even more. a video exposing Oscar De La Hoya, how much of a fraud this is. Those videos, there should be getting so many more people should know. But the LDBC are the only people calling it out. These other networks don't give a dang. They won't say anything.
You know how quick you'll lose your credentials and your fish sandwich for talking bad about Oscar? Huh? Them guys, man, those guys are pathetic. This is the most disgusting boxing media you've ever seen close up. Asking people about their tennis shoes and all that. Do you know how much you will lose your day-to-day peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? And whatever, your free hotel and free flight, all of that will be gone the moment you think to sniff your nose around to say something bad about Oscar. You see how quick Fred got thrown out of there, and he ain't even necessarily get to the right guy. He got with an affiliate of, but he didn't really get to the right person. It took him a while to actually get to a guy that was part of the Golden Boy company and to say some good words to him about the emails alone. Not even what we mentioned. I mean, your fish sandwich is permanently gone, as well as your credentials. The LDBC, as 78 said, we get more interviews on the ground without credentials. And you think, man, for all this chucking and jiving and soft shoeing that these folks do, and laughing and when in these dumb interviews, you know, like they have to do this, man, in order to get backstage to sit next to Joshua and ask him who cuts his hair. And, you know, what does he do on his time off? They got to do all this, man, to you know. Go ahead, brother.
No, brother, I just wanted to tell you that on the plus side, that shows you how much the LDBC is needed in boxing today. Because if we look back in history, 10, 15 years ago, if that stuff happened 10, 15 years ago, nobody would have even heard about it, and everything would have been just as normal. The fact that the LDBC is out there calling this out makes it an issue, and it's just an example of the power of the LDBC and why we need it in boxing today. Because the fighters that used to get all that racism, all that prejudice, and always used to be on the back of the bus, all the fighters that we knew in the past, it's not happening today, and it's never going to happen today, because the LDBC is there like an army standing strong behind each of the fighters. And if you look at the most popping fighters now in boxing, who are they? Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Bud Crawford. It's all fighters that the LDBC stand behind and stand strong behind. And I'm telling you now, you know, Golden Boy, within 5 years, they're going to be a distant memory, and that's their downfall, and it's their own fault. That's their own fault.
I give it less than that. You being generous giving them 5 years. I agree with everything you said. I agree. Absolutely, man. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's cool, brother. I'm just saying that, you know, we just got to keep Alf on their necks, and the old media is dead. This is where it's at now. This is where boxing is heading, and it's just and boxing is in a beautiful place. We're living our best life at the moment.
Yeah. It's beautiful. No, it's beautiful. It's gonna be even beautiful when this Tyson Fury, this fight happen. You know, and you know it'll be beautiful, man. Because we fight fans, and I think we should. You know, every fight fan should demand to see the best fight the best. I even had somebody come to my comment thread saying, "Coach, you know, LDBC, y'all got on this narrative, man. Y'all don't care about these boys' health." And I'm like, yo, man, look, I didn't tell these dudes to, you know, to become a fighter. I mean, no, they made that decision. We didn't do that.
Right.
You're a fighter. That's what you do. You go in there and you get punched in the face. I mean, I guess I ought to be more compassionate, maybe, but I really could give a damn, you know, and I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm a fight fan, you know. I want to see two guys get in there and bang, you know. I want to see them get in there and, you know, may the best man win, you know. But, see, notice that I said... Go ahead.
Last time I checked, they ain't making $750 every 2 weeks either. It ain't doing nothing like that. And the last time I checked as well, like as you said, these fighters chose this in order for them to make a living for their family, which majority of them, at least the ones we appreciate and promote, this is what they're able to do. You know, all this compassion stuff and give them a hug. Look, this is a brutal combat sport fans for years, even down to the little gauntlet things where a gladiator would stand there and have to fight a lion in front of a big crowd in these stadiums. We've always liked this type of blood and guts type of sport, man. It's never win anything. Down to the MMA, the whole nine. We've loved this type of combat sport where somebody gets hurt. And because you chose that, you're going to get paid handsomely, but we expect for you to fight the best competition around. Now, is that wrong? Does Golden State not have to play Cleveland or whoever the best team is in the East at the end, or the Houston Rockets? They do. Down to football, if you still watch that, which I don't. They have to play the best at the Super Bowl. So this should go for every sport that we're looking at. Nobody gets the cupcake and get a free pass down the Twilight Zone to the Hall of Fame from beating up cab drivers because we need to be more concerned about their health. Look, I'm not on that. I'm on the same thing that everybody's on this platform, including the people tuning in right here. We love the sport of boxing, and we're here to be entertained. That's it. What does the ref say? Protect yourself at all times. That's the first and last statement you need to remember when the bell rings.
Coach brought up a great point, and so did you, Santi. Look, man, nobody's pulling these guys out of a cave and the mountains of Greece and forcing them to fight to the death. We're fair but firm. And I'll say personally, I look at a guy like, the great three, like the truth brought up, Wilder, Spence, and Crawford, and there's other warriors out there. But I'll say personally, when it comes to Spence and Bud, those guys have more than proved themselves, and I believe that they're going to continue to prove themselves, and I have no doubt about that. If any of them did do some funny business, then I would speak out about that. That's my track record. That's the track record of the brothers in the LDBC. But like I said, I'm fair but firm. I was just calling out a guy on one of 7A's live streams who was trying to low-key hate, and I know what he was doing, basically trying to say that, if we don't care about the money, why are we talking about Spence and Crawford's money? See, it's different when it's a black guy. And I'll bring it to this. I don't care. It's always different. You got to jump through hula hoops and do all types of stuff. I'm personally want Spence and Crawford to make sure they can get as many of these other bums out of the way before they do fight each other, because they've earned that much of a right. I'm fair but firm. These guys, the problem is they want to pick and choose. If these other fighters were out there doing what these guys are doing, they'd have more leeway. They'd have more rope to do what they need to do. But see, no, they want to be like Sean Porter. They want to be like Danny Garcia. Everybody wants to be like Andrade. All these guys, they got so much talent, but they don't want to put it into work. No, Spence, Crawford, and Wilder, they've earned a little bit of leeway to be able to do what they need to do. Don't try and catch us in the LDBC on some type of contradictions, because you won't see it. You won't find it. It's not hard to know who's out there doing what they need to do and who isn't. Stop trying to play stupid and play games and act like it's some type of confusing whatever. You know who's putting in work, and the guys are obvious, man.
I see Reef the Watcher in the comment section, man. What's up, Reef the Watcher?
I don't even know what kind of boxing fan that guy is that made that comment, because every boxer, when they're a child and they first put on the gloves, what's the thought in their head? It's not about money. It's about what they want to do. They want to be the best. They want to be, they want to be the best boxer that they can be. They dream about being a world champion. They dream about, the big fights. That's what boxers dream about. And when they start to pick and choose and cherry pick and stuff like that, that's killing boxing. What you're doing is you're cheating the fans. And in terms of the health as well, if they fight the best, yeah, the thing is that if you fight the best and you come up short, then you come up short, don't you? So health-wise, it's probably, it's better that you fight, you know where you are at your level, and then you stick at your level, rather than, just keep on fighting, and then in the long term get more health risks and health implications and stuff like that. So I don't know what kind of boxing fan it is. When boxing started to dip was when people started to cherry pick. Who are the boxers that we always remember? Who's the boxers that are always revered now in the boxing circles? It's the ones that stuck their neck out and fought the best. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, all the fighters that went there and tested themselves against other fighters. Those are the ones that people remember. Those are the ones that people, um, um, always think about, when they think about boxing. It's the first thing in your head. So if you want to get that legacy and if you want to get those big butts, you've got to fight the best. Because people are only going to be interested when there's a challenge there. But if you cherry pick, you can only cherry pick for so long before you get called out. I mean, look at GGG. They've hyped him. They had the whole of the old media behind him. They had, HBO pumping this guy up, pumping this guy up, pumping this guy up, and and every time he fights, his his viewerships are like, if it was like the music industry, it'd be aluminum. You know what I mean? It's like he doesn't get any fan base whatsoever because people know he's not fighting. He's fighting a cab driver. Who wants to watch that? Nobody wants to watch that.
Heck no. We don't want to watch no cab drivers, I mean, they can at least, they don't want to watch cab drivers, Uber drivers, because Uber drivers are cheaper, So, nah, man. Nah, we don't want that, man. We want to see the best fight the best. And that's what we're going to keep on preaching. The best need to fight the best. And if you don't want to do that, then, stop watching, Matter of fact, y'all stop coming over here. Y'all just stop coming over here. Stop trying to act like you cool. Because, and some of you guys, I'm on to y'all. I'm on to you guys. Like, I just been blocking y'all. Like, when I see you, like, I see a video, and if I see you over there hating in the comment section, man, I just block y'all. I don't even deal with y'all fools. Because y'all don't want to see the best fight the best, fools.
Right, and it's an explanation of this. And my good brother from the UK, he tapped on it a little bit. If you are so-called a prime fighter, it's a great example. I know it's been used before. I'm gonna use it again. If you are a prime fighter and you're beating on the dumpster every time you have opposition in the ring, you whooping this dumpster. All right, let me get another guy from out the garbage can. All right, let me beat on this dumpster some more. I know I got dents in this dumpster, but let me whoop it a little bit more, okay? When it's time for the showdown get down, okay, Cal Brook is a good example of that. Very good example. Great boxer, good jab, good straight right hand. Everything about his style is beautiful. And if he consistently fought top opposition, I think he might have been more prepared for Errol Spence Jr. and he wouldn't have took the Golovkin fight. But let's point to Terrence Crawford for my point. Crawford fighting Victor Postol, fighting Felix Diaz, fighting Yorkis Gamboa. Just through his career, keep challenging himself, getting to 147, fighting a big welterweight, Jeff Horn, an undefeated fighter. Whether you like him or not, you might can say, all right, he ain't this. Well, he went in there and did it, and he stopped the man too. Because he fought the level of opposition that he did, getting up to Jeff Horn, that's why it was a dog walk, man, and it was so easy. And when you point to examples of legends in different sports, and you hear certain conversations take place, you fight bums, you're going to get your behind whooped when you play against good opposition. And the same thing for, like I say about Michael Jordan, I know I use this a lot, man. He never, ever questioned his opposition or what he could or couldn't do when the pressure came down to the last shot because he knew what he was capable of. These were shots that he practiced during practice. And in intense practice sessions, to know that when it really came down to it and it was a serious situation, I know where I have to stand at for distance in order to get this shot off. The same thing for these fighters. I know from facing a difficult, awkward fighter here, southpaw here, a guy that is very impetuous here and is just nasty, has tremendous power here, how to stall them out, to take their best weapon away from them and to force them to fight a different fight in order for me to have an advantage. There you go. So when you see people kind of shook, looking at Spence sideways, or they terrified when they mention Deontay Wilder's name, or they kind of like they don't want to fully answer a question when you talk about Terrence Crawford, there's the fear. Because there's no cupcake warm-up fight to look good and to stunt and lean over the ropes and say, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. It looks good when you're pounding on the dumpster. When you're putting dents in the dumpster, yeah, it looks good. But you have an opponent that can't do nothing to you. What happens when your heart's beating through your chest Your adrenaline is rushing. And you know good and doggone well that your opponent has just as much of an opportunity of beating you as you have doing the same to them. How does your education of boxing resonate and push to a level in order for you to progress and to get to the next level of your career and the next level of opposition? It can only come from practice due to consistent, tough opposition that you know that did not come in the ring to play with you, and they want it just as bad as you do. You fight bums, you get what you get, all right? So when it's time for that guy that ain't no joke, more than likely he's going to whoop you because he's been fighting this tough opposition while you've been digging in the garbage can for your next opponent. This guy with 18 losses and 12 losses and 6 and 7 losses, whatever the case. Somebody you know you ain't got no business in the ring with. How are you testing yourself? Okay?
You got to be tested.
Right. And if you're not tested like anything else, people find out that you're a hype job. Folks find out that your promotional team and all their liars. And they realize that they've been scammed by the BS media out here that are paid underneath the table to push out these lies about these fighters and how great they are. And now has been a time, or we've come to a time, where you have to be accountable for every statement that you make. And you can tell if a person has a personal bias now from the first couple of words that they're talking about when they're mentioning a fighter. Oh, I've never seen this before. Oh, I don't know anybody that can do that. Oh, he's so quick. Have you ever seen this type of footwork? Oh, my God. Look, man, cut it out. We understand that this promotional company has obviously handed you a pretty large check before this program took place. But can you cut it out for the people that don't know no better? Because at any event that you have at any sport, you always have casuals just coming through the door, watching boxing for the first time, and you're confusing these people as if this guy right here is the abomination of any other fighter that has ever put some gloves on, which is a complete lie. It's a lie. And one thing that the LDBC has been tired of, and we've captured, and I know we talked about this already, is the continuing of the propaganda lies for these fighters that don't want to do much. If you're fighting a bum or less than opposition that you should be in a ring against, it should be called out every time, and you should have to justify your actions to the people. Not on a level of, well, you know, he didn't sign the contract. That guy, he really didn't want to fight me. Well, you know, he's just playing games. He really didn't want to fight. No, you didn't want to fight. You don't want to be great. Because when circumstances come like that of greatness and maintaining the status here in the sport of boxing, you're going to do what you have to do to make sure that the deal gets done. All right? All those excuses are for people that want to hide up underneath of your testicles and the folks that want to make excuses for you because that's the only way they know how to support their argument.
All right, man. Amen. That's yeah, they just want to support their stupid argument, and their arguments are stupid, you know. And they don't really have an argument. So I can't even say that. Those guys, they don't have an argument, okay? They're too stupid to have an argument. The argument is we want to see the best fight the best. That's been our narrative since we got here. That's been the narrative, you know, 2 years later. Y'all trying to break it up. Y'all trying to divide and cut. Look, we still here. We still here. You know, 2 years, we still here. We still here dropping heat and dropping fire. It's the LDBC, y'all. This fight's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a hell of a good fight. You know, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. And then, you know, wherever they go next, you know, hopefully Luis Ortiz can get back up in the mix, okay? And then we really start endorsing and embracing the fighters that they want to do the right thing by the fans, and we're the fans. And we got to really put a lot of hype on this Wilder Fury fight, man. And, you know, I think we're getting to AJ, we're getting to Eddie because they're starting to get a little disgruntled. They're getting pissed off because now people are not really talking about them anymore. You know, we're not really saying as much as we used to. Everybody has just let AJ go, and, you know, Eddie, they don't like that. And that's how we're going to keep this pressure on them, man. We're going to keep bringing this heat into these fanboys. You know, the ones that keep making videos about us. That's cool. Keep making videos. Keep making videos. I guarantee you, we'll still be growing.
Co-
We'll still be
Coach,
growing. You can go ahead and make
Coach,
a
can I
video.
make Coach, can I make a request? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I think if yeah, I mean you're in contact with all the big homies out there. Black Fan Fight TV, the 78 Ticket, Junior the Truth, all of the LDBC. You're in contact with them. I think we should just really start as soon as the fight is called. I think we should start just really pushing the fight and talk less about AJ and Eddie Hearn. I think you raised a really really good point, and I think we should just really build up the hype of the fight, make breakdown videos about it, have live streams, people calling in about who do they think they win, and try and invite Tyson Fury fans as well and welcome them in so that we could have a debate with them as well. And I think that if we do that as well, I think it's going to make a real impact. And I think as soon as the fight is called, we just totally just ignore Eddie Hearn, whatever he says. I know he watches the videos all the time. I know he watches you. I know he watches Black Fight Fan. I know he watches all of the LDPC videos because when he gets interviewed, all of his answers are responses to what the LDPC is saying at the time, and you can tell by the way that the language that he's using, and also the words that he's using and the responses that he's making, is that he's triggered by the LDPC. So I think that we just totally just blank them out, ignore them, and just just really just get on this Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight and build it up, because if the LDBC gets behind it, you've already seen the evidence is already there. I mean, look at Deontay Wilder now. The media will get a hold of it. Breakfast Club will be talking about it. All media channels that are out there, entertainment and show business and all that, they'll get a hold of it because it all started here with the LDBC, and then they just catch along. What the media does is only catch along with what is on the ground and what's really hitting at the ground level, and we're at that ground level. We're the people. So whatever whatever narrative we push is what they pick up on and what they report on, and I think we should start doing that.
Yeah, we trendsetters, man. We trendsetters. That's what we are. And when we do stuff, we raise the bar. And everybody got to drop. Everybody got to jump high to try to get to where we at, man. That's just how it is. I don't like coming off sounding like an arrogant person. I'm never would do that. But I do know that when we talk, people listen. And bro, it's the same thing over in the MMA side. When I go over there, it we got those clowns, man, that come into my streams or make videos about my opinion, and they just don't have it. They just don't have it. They don't have the charisma, man, to actually get in there, articulate your point, and then have people watch you. They just don't have it. All of us do. I mean, we've got that ability to articulate points and have people actually listen, but it's a skill that we built over time. And these guys not willing to go and just do their own thing, be creative. Like everybody wants to be a carbon copy of somebody else, and that's not how you do it. It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Well, they want what we have, but they're not willing to work for it. These guys they want things done the easy way. They don't want to put out all these videos and your channel's growing but not growing like you think it should. They don't want to go through all the hate. They want to be the hater. They don't want to get hated on. They don't want to put in all that work and put all this time into things and have patience. They don't want to do that. They want to leech off of us and try and bite off of us. Like the truth was saying, this fight's already big between Wilder and Fury, and it's only going to get bigger. You got a great personality with Fury, right? You got a great personality with Wilder. They both bring a lot of different things to the table. I was just thinking, look, say what you want about Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury has done some strange things, and I'm trying to not be judgmental over him, but he's done some. He's a different type of guy. I can respect that about. He's a different type of guy, with the Batman suits and kissing guys in the ring and coaches. If you haven't seen Coach's video on that was hilarious. But they both bring so much to the table, and this is actually a huge fight. You got, like I said, Tyson Fury, Warrior. I mean, the guy, he's been through it, and that's why. That's part of the reason why my only fear is that whether or not he does stay stable and does maintain control, because he's dealt with the drugs, he's dealt with the steroid abuse and things like that, and he's and sometimes he does get a little mentally weak. But if he can come to this fight and bring it like I think he will, this is a huge fight, man. And these guys don't need Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, coach, like you say, he's becoming an afterthought. People aren't talking about him. So Eddie Hearn and maybe AJ's too dumb to realize it, but Eddie Hearn's mad about it. He's upset because look, when we move on from you, you can do it a couple ways. One, you can actually fight the best. Two, you can admit that you don't want that work right now, and we just have to take it as for what it is. Or three, look, you're such a disgrace. You're such a bum that we don't even talk about you anymore. And that's where Anthony Joshua is. He's faded into irrelevance. He's faded to black, and nobody's thinking about him. He's a shadow. He's an afterthought. The fight right now, you got the lineal heavyweight champion against the longest reigning active heavyweight champion. If he knocks out Fury in this fight, he's going to break the record for the most knockouts. Salute to, I think it was what was his name? Haplotype, who did that research. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So you got that record coming up. If you can get that, it's just nobody's worried about Anthony Joshua anymore, man. Just like we're not worried about these Johnny Come Lately YouTube channels that try and emulate us and talk. Look, we've been through it. Just like Wilder's been through the grinder, we've been through the grinder. You're not gonna go anywhere, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what it is. Well, guys,
you ain't going nowhere but to the back of the dumpster. So let it thump. When you throw that big bag of garbage at the back and it thump before it hit everything else, that's the only place you're going. So for these anti-LDBC channels, man, keep doing the dirty work out here. You're helping promote our platform and to prove that our narrative is correct. You bums can't survive without hating on us. And you're still going to sink to the bottom of the garbage. But meanwhile, you can kind of scratch and grab out for other bums to chime into your session. Because the sad part is just simply this. You never had content. You don't. You are a commercial boxing watcher. All right? And the support that you have is truly the undesirable. This is where all the losers go when they get off of work or whatever and grab their tall can and Steel Reserve, and they pile up in the corner and complain about their existence. That's what you represent. It's not the truth. And certain people, yes, they have to be sheep. There are certain people in life that love to be lied to. If you tell them the truth, they'll cut you out. But to be lied to is like handing Donald Trump a fresh Big Mac from McDonald's, man. It's the best thing for sliced bread to them. They enjoy it. They appreciate it. It's mad love. And they say, hey, man, I appreciate you showing me mad love. It's the whole nine to be lied to. Don't you ever take them out the Twilight Zone. And I don't wish you guys, just stay where you at, okay? I don't want you to find a good side of life to start telling the truth, because the truth is this. I want to get to the bottom line. Here it is. A lot of these guys that come on here hating on the LDBC, they know the truth before they make their first diss video. But they feel like there's a certain amount of revenue they can get to, or a certain level of fans, or a special pat on the back that they may get for doing somebody else's dirty work and trying to look cool. Or they feel like they might can get in a beef with one of us and we'll help them get 1,000 subscribers real quick. I'm here to tell you, like anybody else here, that game has already been played. Folks have already done that. It's old. And I know this is not going to mean anything, but you're not going to get anyway that direction, man. You're just not, all right? You're playing a dead hand, okay? You're pretty much talking to some of these idiots out here and this is the best example I heard today, so I want to say it because it just sounds so beautiful coming off the tongue. You're trying to feed steak to babies out here. That's what you're trying to do. You are trying to feed steak. You want steak, all right? You should be eating this good old applesauce over here, but you're choking off the knowledge, and you need to slow down, all right? Trying to feed this steak out here to babies, because right now folks have showed their whole hand, and it has done nothing but make people want to join forces with the LDBC even more, because we represent one thing that's more solid than anything else in media today as far as boxing, and that's the stone cold truth. Like I almost cussed too. That's the stone cold truth.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, guys, you know, I'm gonna play that outro music. I get ready for an interview. But folks, it's been fun.
Much love, man.
It's been fun.
Much love, Coach.
Yeah, man. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for everybody
Much
joining
love,
in, y'all. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for joining in, guys. Go subscribe to the brother Santee Walden. Okay, go subscribe to General Africa. Okay. Oh man, hold on. Checking 1 second. Let's see my interview. Oh, okay. Faith Van Doren, daughter vomiting, boy.
Oh man.
Alright, so the interview probably won't be happening. Shoot. God dog, boy.
So what you saying? You got extra time, or what you gonna do? You gotta make a call, or what?
Nah, I'm finna, man. We've been out here for an hour and a half. I'm about to get on out of here. Yeah. Alright. Body snatcher. You missed it, bro. I'd have had you in, but I'm finna roll on off here. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for coming into the stream, y'all. It's been an amazing stream. I appreciate you, brothers. Go subscribe to those channels. General Africa Returns, Santee, the bottom line, the bottom line, Santee Walden, and the truth. I don't think you make videos, man, but if you did, I'd tell people to sub to you too. All right, guys.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Appreciate it, Coach. Really appreciate it. Just one quick point, Coach.
Yes,
really quick. You know, there's a lot of UK sort of AJ protectors when they come into the channels. They come into your channel, they come into 78's lives, they come into all the LDBC live and talk about, we don't understand this racism that's happening. It never happens in the UK. It's BS. There's as much racism in the UK, and it's reflected in boxing as well in the UK as there is, you know, anywhere else, even you know, in the US as well. So don't believe it. And the responses to that is that let's talk about O'Hara Davis. So if they ever come up with that BS to you, that's something for you there.
Okay, man. Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, man. You the man. We appreciate you too, the truth, man.
I'm out. Peace,
I'm out.
folks.
Peace.